Hey guys, good day. Good moment of now. Good moment of you. For every moment is an opportunity to allow, to embody, to align to more and more of you. By bringing your presence to this moment, you step into more and more of you, more of your authentic self to be realized and to be experienced and to create that reflection in this timeline. All right, guys, it's Ria here. Just hopping on. Wanted to deliver a quick message. I didn't go for a run, but I went to the gym. And as I was on my elliptical, I was having thoughts come to me, and I didn't want to do a live in the gym. So I'm going to do it now. And what I wanted to share with you guys is it's always to do with self-empowerment. It's always to do with freedom. Hey, Lauren, good to see you. Actually, Lauren, thank you. You're the one that helped to catalyze this morning's message after I was kind of messaging you on the elliptical, and you were sharing me your story and how I said, the man ain't got power over you. Well, that's what today's message is about, guys. It is about allowing those things that seem to have control and power over you. We can call it the man, we can call it the government, we can call it the society, those areas that seem to limit us or inhibit us or keep us from doing something we want. And Spirit is saying it is up to us to turn it around, to turn that energy around. For within every energy, there's an equal and opposite energy match. So if you are feeling powerless, if you are feeling constricted, if you are feeling limited due to circumstances outside of you in the physical world, it is not that it has power over you unless you throw in the towel and surrender and saying, there's no way out of this. Or you got the better of me. Geez, I'm crow. I do this, that, and the other thing, and I still can't move forward. Well, that is a beautiful gift, Spirit is saying, in that it is not the obstacle that has power over you per se. It is an opportunity for you to embody your power by meeting the obstacle and allowing it to show you the way. So life is always a paradox. So that very obstacle is actually a catalyst for you to create a new way, to allow it to guide you to a new pathway, to a new understanding, to a new way of doing things. Hey, Robin, how are ya? Thank you for joining. It's already 53 degrees in the 9 a.m. Well, it's 11 a.m. here, and it's probably, I don't know, higher 30s maybe. So I just thought that this was really, really, really beautiful and empowering, because a lot of times we think the man, the government, the taxes, money has that final say, or it really feels, in reality, it gives us the experience of being limited, but really it's there for us to meet face on and then go within, and to allow that to actually guide us to new experiences and understandings. For example, even the housing market right now, like where I am in Maine and in many places, but not all places. So we were originally in Maine, we went to Florida, and now we're back to Maine. We sold places in Maine half the price just 3 years ago of what they're buying now. And so I've been in a conundrum of, I really want to buy in Old Orchard, but we ended up buying out of town. But I still need to be in Old Orchard for the kids and the residency and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, son of a bee, man. It's like interest rates are so high. We use a down payment on another house that we just bought, and I really want to be on a condo on the beach. And I know this all seems like, oh, poor you, but not in a real way. Like there's a lot worse things I'm tackling than that. But my example is, even if you aren't in a house or want a house, sometimes the interest rates right now, and the government and the man can say it's not possible right now. The interest rates have gone up so much since last year, and there's nothing to buy and all of that. So instead of thinking in the old way, the old thinking, like my thinking that I needed to break through is, I need to buy, because that's all I ever did in my adult life is buy. But now Spirit is saying, what's wrong with renting? If you have a full-time lease, you don't have to pay the taxes. You're where you want to be. It allows you to live where you want to live. What the hell? And it also frees you up for the future, for moving or other adventures. So I'm allowing that obstacle that I've been struggling and wrestling with for the past year and a half to almost 2 years, as far as right here in this community, and said, you're right. I give up. I throw in the towel. Show me the way. This obviously isn't the best thing for me because it would be happening. So I also, it's a call in operating in a greater trust in, you know what? You ask for something, you're not giving it. Well, guess what? Most likely it's not the best thing for you. It is an opportunity for you to meet that obstacle, that challenge, that limitation, and say, okay, show me the way. Show me a better way. And then do that and not be so stuck in the old ways. So our frequency is rising. A higher frequency gives us more power. It's more freeing. It's more liberating. Well, sometimes it's not the freeing thing to be in debt with the government in a big mortgage and having to pay the taxes and having to pay the rent and having to pay the repairs. Sometimes the more freeing experience is actually just something different, and we're being called, and whatever that is, maybe it's you trying to present a business and you're trying to do it in a old way, an old frequency. Well, new frequencies call for new ways of being, new ways of applying, new ways of moving and navigating through your pathways. Pathways are now higher frequencies, higher streams of consciousness. So no, we're not supposed to do things in the old way. Go to a bank, have all of this done, go through all of that situation, go through all of the avenues that we call the man has created. No, we are sovereign, we are empowered, and we have the power to meet the man. After all, the man is still collectively created by us, for us. So not getting stuck in the ego mind and the limitations, and allowing that very obstacle or that very thing you struggle with, which is usually in the material world, and not allowing that to have power over you, but meeting it and allowing that obstacle to actually show you another way that's beneficial for you, or else you wouldn't be there anyways. Timing. Yes, timing. Hello. Frequency is timing too. So divine timing is frequency as well, Robin. Thank you. You brought a key point. So we call linear time in the old way as a linear physical timeline, like, days of the week, times on the clock, days, years, all of that. Well, our new linear timeline is being dismantled and it's being replaced by frequency. Where is your frequency? So the old ways, the old constructs, the old systems are being broken down. We've heard of that so many times, and now I'm gaining, just from you, Robin, actually putting down timing, you're opening up another whole stream of consciousness for me. So we've heard a lot of how the systems are breaking down, the governments are breaking, the financial systems, the banks, currency, new world currency, all of that is all being broken down. Well, you have just showed me how it actually applies in our personal life, like where we're actually experiencing that now. We always talk about divine timing. Well, timing is actually a frequency. We're not subjected or limited to regular linear time anymore, because our consciousness is bigger. We know now we're shifting timelines. Things aren't as they appear. We feel like we're creating on a linear timeline and going through all of the points and the stages in our life to do something or achieve something. But now we have broken free to a certain degree of living in the limiting constructs of time. Spirit is saying we are broken. It's still applying, but not as solid as it used to. We have now liberation and freedom within linear timeline through frequency, through creating our own divine timing, by stepping up, by showing up, by being self-empowered, actually limits us from the limitations that we thought we were stuck in. Frequency creates a shift in consciousness, perception, vibration, and it's our frequency that creates our energy field and is actually creating our hologram, our reflection of our frequency, of how we experience reality. So as you allow yourself to ascend, to rise in frequency, where you say, oh, how do I do that? Well, you just step into more and more and more of you, because what are you? You are God source energy. What is God? Everywhere, all at once, unconditional love, powerful, created everything, So the more you allow of yourself, the more you show up for yourself, the more you keep aligning and connecting to your heart space, the more God source energy you are vibrating, illuminating, and shining, which is just your light body. Where is it? Where's my infamous picture? Where the heck did you go? That light, this, you're becoming more and more and more light, which is a higher frequency, which shifts you to timelines, which is that divine timing, which is how we are escaping linear time, the man, the constructs of the past, of the lower frequencies, and of those lower vibrations. This is just exciting for me. This is just beautiful. It's so liberating, because sometimes our ego still, in our mind, our human eyes and mind still get caught up on the logistics, the old conditioning, like money, physical money. I need money to buy. I need money to buy a house, to buy a car, to buy clothes, to put in the bank for my retirement, for this, that, and the other thing, for my kids' education. How do I get that? So our mind gets really still kind of caught up in that. And what Spirit is saying is we can break and disperse that condensation and idea by tuning into our frequency of our heart and allowing, in the moment, what are you facing, what obstacle, what limitation, and allow that to actually guide you instead of fighting it. It's not about fighting and pushing through the wall head on. It's about being like water, being fluid, going with the flow. Oh, there's a wall here. Oh, water can seep into every nook and cranny. We already know that. It can go under. It can seep between the bricks and opening. It can go around, just like a water going down a river goes around the rocks, or it goes through tree roots in the river. Well, that's what we're being called to be that water, and to allow the obstacles, not to fight them, but allow them to guide us to a different path. Something that we might not normally been conscious of, because we were so tunnel visioned in the way things used to be done. I do not want to rent anymore because I do not want to pay deposit. Yeah, every case is different. Every case is different, Lauren. That was just an example. If you don't have a home, and it's always the what's the word? The payout is the energy you're putting forth way pay better than what you're getting back. Because typically I would say, yeah. So I just had this conversation about renting, and I'm like, well, geez, crow, if it costs this much money to rent, wouldn't it be better just to put it towards a home, another place, instead of paying someone else, pay myself, have that security and all of that? So yes, there's always a give and take of our energies. What you're given, are you getting that back? If I had no home at all, in no place, a security and anchor, no, I wouldn't really want to rent either. I wouldn't either. But I'm saying, if all we have is what is available to us now. We can project in the future as much as you want, but I've learned to really maximize and utilize all of the event energy available to me now, and find that balance. So logically, no, it doesn't make sense to rent. You're throwing, in the past, that's considered, oh, you're throwing your money away or whatever, but maybe all of that money you throw away on rent. I'm not saying for you, Lauren, I'm talking about myself right now. All the money you throw away on rent, and and is it could have been compensated by the high price right now I'm going to pay on interest rates. So was it really a loss? And I get to have the freedom and security of being someplace where I want to be full time with a lease, or renting someplace non-seasonally. So for me, the payout is worth it. It's trusting and using the resources, what that is available to me now. So if I've got that money now to pay in rent, and the interest rates are really high, so I'm finding that balance. The money that I could seem like I'm giving to someone else and throwing away, I could get back later on when the interest rates go back to 1, 2, 3%. You know what I mean? As opposed to 8, 10% or whatever they are. I have no idea. So my point is, if we utilize and trust the energy and our path that is fulfilling our highest excitement of the now, then we're always going to be taken care of in the future. So I never always operated strictly from logic. I have operated occasionally from the heart. And now I'm operating from the balance of both. It is this and that. Any obstacle, well, guess what? It's not just an obstacle or limitation, it's also freedom. So how life is always a paradox. Well, now we are becoming less polarized, and we are uniting in the divine feminine and masculine, We are dissipating the illusion of separation. So that unity is showing in all areas of our life, whether it be to buy a house or to start a business or to go to school or to take a job, career change, whatever it is. We are not making those decisions now in separation, and even allowing the obstacle or the man to show you the way. That is now a team. It is actually allowing it to be a team. You know what I mean? So in the past, we were always separating who we are, what we wanted, by the obstacles we saw outside of us. Now we're allowing those obstacles due to our own integration. This is how all paths connecting to your heart and your light, all of it connects to all the rays of the sun. It connects to all pathways in your physical reality. So as we allow more light, as we connect more to our sun, as we utilize everything that is available to us now, it's going to bring more balance. It's going to bring more teamwork, integration. And now we're taking that integration, that cycle that we've wrapped up of separation, we're integrating. And now everything that we face, every obstacle, challenge, or everything we go through, it's not going to be one-sided. It is taking both parts and allowing them to work together, which is going to show in how you are overcoming things in your life, how you are working, how miracles are manifesting, how, as Robin said, divine timing is syncing up, because the divine timing is simply your frequency. Your frequency is now representing a greater integration of your polarity. So things are not polar. Everything now can be working at a more potent level because we've got the teamwork. Everything is one. That outside world isn't separate from us. It is a projection. It is a mirror. It is a creation outside of us. So it's still us. So now we realize that, and nothing is really separate, and how distortions are illusions, how fear is false evidence appearing real. So we've taken all of those separate ideas, integrated them, dissipated them, transmuted them, alchemized them into a way that everything is really unified. And then in unification, it works for the all, and the all works for the one. That's where we're coming from. That's what our divine frequency is. That is the frequency. That is what we are embodying now. He eventually hated the house and did not like the neighborhood. What I have right now works because what you have for you is going to work perfectly in accordance to your frequency, your beliefs, your resources, everything. That's exactly what my point was as well, Lauren. What I have right now would pay for a mortgage. And for you, that will be perfect. The security, the non having to, like you said, pay a deposit, go through the applications. Going through the moving process in itself is a pain in the ass. So yes, that is perfect for you. For me, I like to flit back and forth between two different places because I love the ocean, I love the woods. I love the ocean, I love the woods. So to me, I'm going to trust that opening, that miracle, because you can't even get full-time leases very rarely around here because it's a vacation land, it's a vacation community. And so what people do here is they will enjoy the summers and then they rent off season, but then they get lots more income renting seasonally. So yeah, every situation is different. Every frequency is different. Every frequency is also combined with our own soul's trajectory, what our soul came to experience as well. So no one size fits all. My point is that whatever obstacle we're meeting, allow it to show us a new pathway, a new way to doing things. And what we thought was secure before is not so secure, depending on what our experience is. So security would be placed in having that, anchored in home, that job, that retirement fund, a job with benefits. We're learning that, well, is that price to pay for security worth it? That's what it comes down to. Is that price you pay of going to your, and I'm not saying this is you guys, I'm just saying in general as a collective, going to that 9 to 5 job, to a job you hate, answering to a boss, or being restrained or contained or limited in your own creative expression, whatever it is it worth that insurance that you never use anyways? But maybe you need the insurance and you do use a lot of health care stuff. So yeah, then it is worth it. So what I'm saying is there is no one size fits all. It's all your frequency combined with your soul's journey and what you came to experience. I'm just saying allow and know that our frequency now is embodying the integrated parts of us that we used to say were separate. Now we know nothing is separate. So now when we look outside of us, what is it showing you to guide you to a greater fulfillment, a greater abundance of you that the ego mind might have still been holding on to an old belief based on an old frequency? If that makes sense. Grand Rising, Brenda. So I know I've bought in, we've gone through bought in houses, like 7 houses in the past frickin' A, I don't know how many years. I'm going to just say the last 5 years. We're going to go to the last 5 years thinking every house was our last house. And it wasn't. We buy and sell and move and blah, blah, blah. In the past 5 years, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses in 5 years, some of them simultaneously. And that thinking they were our security. And then we decide, oh, we're going to go here for a few years or whatever. Sold it, lost money because then the, what's it called? The closing costs are way more money than they used to be. It's nothing to pay 15,000 in closing costs now. And then we can't predict the housing market. Who would have guessed a home we sold for 500,000 three years ago would be selling for 900,000 now? Who would have known that? Do our jobs also show that rise in cost of living? No, not necessarily. So really, all we can really do is trust and anchor in our own heart's alignment in every moment and not project what we did today or yesterday really cannot be projected in the future because times are changing so quickly, so quickly. So it's about, and Spirit has talked a lot about this, utilizing everything to the capacity that we can, that is available to us now with what we know now, and matching that to your heart's frequency of the greatest fulfillment and excitement. If we're operating from the old ways, it's not going to project out because we're shifting so quickly timelines. And that's another thing. We used to think we were on the same timeline. How many of us thought that there was only this timeline 20 years ago? And I didn't know about shifting timelines and my multidimensional self and time traveling and how we do it so fluidly now. I didn't know that. Even though it appears like one world and one timeline, I now know that I'm not. I am really creating that hologram. I didn't know that 20 years ago. And if I only lived by what I knew then and still applied my decisions to those old rules, I would feel that stuckness. So whenever we're feeling stuck as well or limited, that's because it is calling us to change. I see 5 viewers calling us for that 5 to change, to take that new pathway, to allow the stuckness to guide you to a new pathway. And where's that pathway coming? It's coming through you, through your allowance, through your communication and integrating and listening and communing and allowing more and more of you, your heart, your God self. God, when we think of our old labels of God, I'm just going to say he, for a lack of a better word, he wasn't powerless. He was the Almighty. He was powerful. Well, guess what? Now we know that that is within us. We might not all have been aware of that 20, 30 years ago or operated from that even 10 years ago, some of us. And if we really have that power and we really believe that, and it's time and time again demonstrating that we are God's source energy and giving us that courage and that strength and that anchoring to trust through all of our trials and errors and all of that, then obviously what we do in the now and when we commune to our God self and trust in that guidance, that's all powerful. That's where miracles stem. They stem from us and our connection and knowing who we really are, God self energy, regardless of what appears in this present moment. God creates new. God is life. Life is ever changing and ever growing. So if we look at this world, like I'm looking out my window right now and what I see and where I am, is that really all there is to it? And is that all that is available? Because that's actually created from energies of a minute ago. So if we keep creating from what we're seeing with our human eyes and not allowing that creation to come before us, then we feel stuck and stagnant. God is creation. God is life. That's what you are. So we really, really cannot keep the creation process going if we keep things pigeonholed with what's before us, because then no creation stems forth. So it's about allowing what seems to be real and knowing that it's actually catalyzing and activating the unreal, the miracles, the magic, the all power within us, creating that new life that seems like it's not moving. All right. Thank you for sharing. Gina Palazzo, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I went kind of on a tangent on that, but man, once that stream opens up and I just shut my eyes and I go, blah, 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 and I'm excited because it's life, it's freeing, and I love it. Kimmy, was it the ghost in my house you were talking about, Kimmy Siegel? I was looking when Megan and I went live the other day. We're talking about Netflix. Like the first 30 minutes must have been talking about what we watch on TV. And I think you said it was the ghost or the ghost in the house. So, anyways, I couldn't find the ghost. So I started watching the ghost in the house last night, and that was pretty funny. The ghost in the house. Let me know if that was the show you were talking about, Kimmy, that you said was good. Write it down, please, and thank you. So, oh my God. So, what is the most exciting thing? Okay, I'm going to just recap in a nutshell, and then I'll do some quickies or whatever, or get a collective or something, because I love the physical affirmation in the cards too. What hit me so beautiful this morning is the things, the man, the power, the financial institutions, what seems real outside of you that's keeping you stuck is actually your buddy. It's your best man. It is actually working for you because you're a new frequency, and it's actually working for us to actually guide us to new understandings and pathways and new ways of doing things. It's not limiting. It's us and that ego still trying to keep us anchored in that density. But when we allow that density to actually guide us and be our friend and our buddy and say, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that refusal on the credit, or thank you for refusing that loan, or thank you, buyer, for picking up that house before I got a chance to. Thank you for that, because it's actually not separate from you. So it's actually working for you in this new frequency to create and to allow new experiences through your new frequency where you're more free and liberating. Is that not stinking awesome? Fellow gem, this is so beautiful, because now, fellow gem, my greatest strife and my greatest challenge has been this: the gem, the Gemini, the twins going at it within me for up to the first half of my life. Like, oh, my body says this, the world says this, but oh no, my spirit says that. And always having that, it's been a gift and a detriment, but really it was a gift because it catalyzed this to come to that insight and finally come from swinging the pendulum this way, this way, this way, the little ball things you see on a desk, and they go do, 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 and come to the middle. Those polarities have gotten smaller. The gap has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, and I've come to greater understandings as of we have all have. And now we're in that middle ball where it comes, boop, we're at that center. We're finally stable. We're center. And I also got Libra rising, which is scales too, and opposing forces, and double air sign in my main chart. And now the scales are even. And then now that is creating that centeredness and that anchoredness in our heart, where we can actually create from a frequency that is united. And that even means allowing the things outside of us that don't seem united to know that they're actually united within us and working for us. And I know we know life is working for us, not against us, blah, blah, blah. But when we hear that, this back to basic message from a new angle, a new perception, it just puts so much light on the situation for me. I need a sip. I'll be right back. I need a sip of water. Oh, so it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. High interest rates? No big deal. I ain't going to take that route. There's somewhere else for me to go or do. I love it. And like I said, Lauren, this isn't all pertaining to you. It's not that we're all one blanket statement. The message is it's just whatever that little obstacle is for you at the moment or challenge. It's for us to meet up, not fight it, not work through it, not get discouraged, not let it get the best of you. It's to allow it to meet up and merge with the energy that it really was created in. It was created by you for you at some level, and allow it to meet up. And I don't know why they're bringing that meetups app, that app where meetups, and you meet up like-minded people or connect with community and stuff. Holy shit. This is so awesome. Spirit is saying, think of every obstacle, challenge, stuckness, and limitation as a meetup where you're unifying, you're connecting, and you're communing with a part of you that's going to bring forth a new pathway. You're blazing new trails. What does a master light blaster do? Shines the, look at it, creates pathways of light in the darkness. That is so awesome. Ghosts. It's not the ghost in my house. It's actually called Ghosts. Gosh, I could not find it. I'm going to look it up again because I thought it was Ghosts because it's a series, not a movie, correct? And so, anyways, obviously that was meant to be too. I found Ghost in my house, and that I think that is a movie because I only watched half of it, and it's pretty freaking ass funny. And any of you guys that like Stranger Things, that like Hopper, I don't know his real name from Stranger Things, who I love. Hopper, he's like one of my favorite characters on Stranger Things. I love Hopper. Well, he's the ghost in The Ghost in My House, and it is really funny. And it even connects to how this person, this video goes viral, and then Ernest is the ghost who's Hopper on Stranger Things, and it goes viral, and everybody, you know, when things take off, everybody starts imitating it, and they have everybody on on TikTok, and everything is just all Ernest, and it's just so, and it's so funny how it also makes fun of the social networks and the platforms about this ghost. It's just hilarious. I'm only halfway done because it got late, but I'm going to finish watching it. So those who have not watched The Ghost in My House on Netflix is pretty funny. But I'm going to check out Ghosts on Netflix as well, Kimmy Siegel. So Spirit is saying, allow your obstacle to be your meetup, because it's actually working for you to catalyze streams of consciousness and pathways of light that would not be available to you if things went on their normal trajectory. Oh, I go get a loan, I get this house. Oh, I'm going to be in debt for 30 years or whatever. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I'm going to be in a job I'm stuck and I hate just for my retirement. Oh, that's okay. No, that's not the way to do things anymore, guys. Okay. I feel so strongly about this. You know, it's not, you're no longer here to live the ghosts of the past. Talking about ghosts, everything you see before you is a ghost of the past. It is the condensation, construction of a belief system of the past. And just, oh my God. So they're saying that obstacle, just like Ernest on that show I was watching last night, he could pass through brick walls. Well, that obstacle, that limitation, those bars you think that you're held in, you are looking at the ghosts of the past. So you too can just walk right through that. You can walk right through that, right? Walk right through that barrier. And that's what we're doing when we shift and we multidimensional travel. It's like we're not even walking through it. We're just skipping over it, dissipating it to create a new hologram. That's what we're doing. Okay, so Spirit's saying we do walk through those obstacles and barriers in the way that it looks like our energy is dispersed and we're going through it. Well, that's what you're doing. Every time you create a new hologram, the energy literally is dispersing. It's dispersing to create that new illusion of a solid world for you. Wow, that's so awesome. And it's so awesome how our light really does merge into everything. So even in Spirit, using the analogy of the meetup, the ghost show I was watching, the movie, Lauren's examples, Kimmy's ghosts, all of it. It just shows how all of our light really is merged as one. Everything is really operating when you're in the total present moment of now and allowing you to just flow. That's what's happening when you're channeling. You guys are reflecting those aspects within yourself through me as well. There's only unity. There's only oneness. The light is everywhere all at once. And it's all working, and it's all God, and God is all powerful, right? You're all powerful. Gonna let a stinky little obstacle prevent you from, inhibit you from living a physical life? I don't think so. In the way of your greatest desires and fulfillment? I don't think so. All right. Awesome. Message Spirit. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, no, actually, thank you, you guys, because you're the ones creating this. And like I said earlier, Lauren really activated this for me today. Brigitte, good morning. We play well, all is well. Absolutely. I think it's on Hulu. Okay, Kimmy, that makes more sense because I could not find anything under Ghosts, but I will check out both. Meet and merge them. Meet and merge. Kim chemistry, very beautiful. Meet and merge because it's all us. And it's like the ghost, Kimmy chemistry, Kim chemistry that goes through the wall. It actually merges and then shoot. And that's really what everything is. It's emerging, but it seems separate in this hologram. So if it's separate, it's an illusion. And we really created it from our own energy. It makes sense. We can just merge and then recreate this new image, kind of like just all of the artificial intelligence stuff. All right. Okay. Thank you for, and thank you, Kim Chemistry, for saying that. Yes, it was zooming through it all. I've been watching canceled shows. I have been watching the newest Sabrina show. Oh my God, that's my daughter, Chantal. Sabrina the Witch. She used to love that, if that's what you're calling, if that's what Sabrina is. Robin Dyke, seek the best choice for your highest good. Seek the best choice for your highest good. Absolutely. But the highest good doesn't come from projecting it in the future. It comes from your alignment in the now, because in the now, that is your future. Very good, Robin. Thank you. New frequency brings forth new awareness. Absolutely, Tamara. All right, guys, this is just freaking ass awesome. You guys are master light blasters. You're just like stinking. Pew, pew, pew. Unbelievable. All right. Lauren says it's a balance between using your inner resources and the resources in the external world. That is the most in sync thing that I've been reading from you today. That's exactly it. It is the balance, and it's emerging now. It's this. The balance comes from the integration. It's not separate, but in the real world, we still have our mind, our physical, and our spirit. So then in that sense, yes, it is the balance. And the balance brings forth emerging a unity of forces working as one. You are being brought out of the vortex. Yes. Conchetta, good to see you. You did the legwork, so get it. 75, Robin. You're in Mississippi, right? I got that right this time, I hope. All right, guys. So I'm going to do, I think the collective's message was pretty good. So I'll do just a couple Sherry outers if you want. If you want a more substantial reading, I'll do a 3-card oracle to bring you a message. I'll stick up my PayPal there. If you guys want a personal, let me know. Otherwise, if you shared out, I'm just going to throw a couple quickies out there. The PayPal is, I'm going to stick up my personal. And if it doesn't go through and you need to use my other one and you want one, try to do friends and services, guys. Then we can avoid because we're doing donations to avoid the fees and all of that kind of stuff. Oops. Whenever, not just me, but with each other in general. If you hit the friends and family option, if you have it. Otherwise, I'm going to just put up my personal. But the Temple of the Ria Barnett Gmail works good too. But I set my personal one up. All right. So I'll put that on there. If you want a personal of something that maybe you want some insight, the collective, the personals and the individuals and the Sherry outers are always like a piggyback and an extension applied to you personally from that overall base message. And the base message is that the man doesn't have anything outside of you doesn't have power over you. You empower yourself by meeting that obstacle or challenge to show you a new pathway that is better matched to the frequency that your soul is calling and the frequency that you are vibrating right now. So whatever you need to know. And if it's a specific question, don't hesitate to ask me a question. Thank you, Kim Chemistry. I appreciate it. I have no one to share with, so I'll PayPal. Thank you, Bridget. All right. So you can use that personal one I put on there if you guys PayPal. I also do the Venmo and Cash App, and that's Ria Barna at Gmail. It'll come up on my personal. It'll come up as Marie because that's my real name. But you'll see a picture of me, so you'll know it's me. But either way, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. All right. So if you've made a donation, you're prioritized and you come first, and it is a more thorough reading. And I will do some Sherry outers if it comes to that. But man, that basic message, I just loved it. All right. It's just very freeing and liberating and enlightening. And I know it's not anything that we don't ever know. Any of these messages and any new information ever coming forth is never anything we don't already know. It is that just divine timing, as Robin would say, our frequency are matched, where we are bringing forth a new insight, perception, an angle of something we know. And it's just being brought out into our hologram or our physical self for that greater understanding and insight as support for us. So nothing is outside of us. And you guys are the ones creating this message. And you really, thank you so, so much. You guys are truly master light blasters. All right, Kimmy, you are first. I will send donation. Thank you. All right, so I've got, thank you so much for your donations, guys. I've got Kim Chemistry, and then I've got Bridget, and then Brenda. All right. I have glasses somewhere. Thank you so much for your donations, guys. Gina says, once again, just be in now and become the observer. Yeah, I know, but we're still physical and we still like answers and understandings because we still got a brain and we still like, I know. If it was that easy just to be observer, but then, things just, but that's beautiful. It's all beautiful. But ideally, ultimately, yes, be the observer. Don't get emotionally attached. Don't react overly emotionally. Allow it to just work for us and us be the water. All right. It's like even when the river is like dammed up or whatever, or something's in the river, it doesn't pay any attention to that blockage. It just goes around, or it might even create a new stream, a new branch to stream in the water. All right. Bringing life to other areas that needed that life and needed that water. All right. So Kim Chemistry, you are first. Let me know if you had a specific questions. We have Kim, Bridget, and Brenda. Thank you so much, guys. All right, go take a shower. Run and cleanse all of that beautiful water. Rejuvenate you, re-enlighten you. All right. Thank you for joining, Lauren. All right. Kim Chemistry. There was a couple jumps. So the first jump. All right. What does this mean? For you, Kim Chemistry, I am feeling those jumps. So sometimes it can represent disorientation, being confused, and having many things going on at once, which I'm sure you do because you're a Gemini no matter what, but you're also a master multitasker. I like that he said that. Kim Chemistry, you are a master multitasker. So obviously you've had some stuff thrown at you. Then the middle one was nice and even keeled. So it's almost like maybe you had to multitask. You had a lot of little different things thrown at you. You might not have been sure of which thing to tackle, or just many things going on, and things that have caused you to raise in frequency. So you've been shifting. And then you had the middle ring, which was solid, clean, anchored. And then the other one, the last ring, because I like to do three, the power of three, was zoop again. Like, there you go. There she goes again. So maybe you've been doing a lot of activating, transmuting. You've done a lot of stuff in we'll call it the recent past. And you came to your center, and now that's bringing you some more stuff. So it's almost like it's either you've got stuff that you're dealing with, multitasking. Don't doubt it, they're saying. So, oh yeah, that was the beginning message. So don't doubt if you feel that you have not paid attention to every little thing. It's almost like you have been given permission, Kim Chemistry, to bypass, where they show me, like, at first I wasn't sure, is Spirit telling me that to pay attention and not skip the details, or is Spirit saying in the vision, just don't worry about it? So again, only worry about the tasks at hand, they're saying, Kim Chemistry. Don't go looking for details where they're not being called of you. Almost like, don't worry about not covering all of your bases. You're covered. Almost like, oh, do I need to go back and sign for this or release or sign or take care of this first? And almost like confusion about, do you need to go back? Do you need to be more thorough, or are you done and just skipped? You just skipped the frequency and came to you're even again and you're solid, and then some more stuff's going to be happening. So what I'm feeling for you is just worry about what is in your immediate now. Don't go looking. It's almost like that old saying, don't go open up a can of worms where you don't need to. Just do what you're being called to, and anything that you might have missed will come to your attention later on. Just keeping on task to what's before you. Also, there's something that maybe you've gone through a little bit of mumbo jumbo energies, and I feel a definite, like all of us, a huge shift in frequencies that's brought you to a new center. So whatever you just dealt with, it's brought you to a new center of anchoring. But then this new center, this higher frequency, then the last ring was just going to be bringing you to some other things, some real realigning, reorganizing, reconfiguring, bringing other things into balance, dealing with things in a new way. Also, what they're saying is this new frequency that you are operating in, this new foundation of a higher frequency, is stable. But then don't be surprised if there's some things in your awareness that you're going to be reconfiguring due to this new frequency. So it kind of goes along with what Spirit was saying. You're going to be tackling some things, but you're going to be tackling it from a new awareness and a higher frequency. And that was because you've already tackled the stuff over here. That stuff rose your frequency up, and now you've got some more stuff coming at you, but not in a way that it's coming at you in a bad way. You're actually going to be tackling things easier and more with more fluidity and trust and flow than before, because now you are anchored in to this new stable, your new base, if that makes sense. Why can't I just get these darn things on my head? Moving, shifting, shadow work. Yes, I was feeling that. Thank you, Robin, for sharing out. Maria was the name of my mother's on my mother's side. Ah, cool. All right, so yeah, I was feeling that, like, and you're doing whatever it was holding you and keeping you focused. And then boop, it was almost like, a downhill skier, and they hit that, not the skier, but the trick one that takes those jumps and do those fancy tricks and then lands. They were showing me you like going on this, like it shifted you up. So the shadow work definitely rose your frequency, and then you're going to have uncomfortable. Yes, it's bringing you to a new baseline of a higher frequency, and then they showed me you dealing it with again. But what it is this new frequency is bringing out some stuff that you can transmute easier, less physical effort. And it just, don't be surprised, it's all part of the process. And it also showed me how you do stay in that center in the calm of the storm. So reminding you, when you are faced with the shadow work, or you're faced with the manifestations of shadow work being called of you, meaning anything in your outside world that's triggering you or getting your attention, it's just a call to face these denser areas, and you're transmuting them through your higher frequency. But when you do get overwhelmed or whatever, just go back to center. Do nothing, they said. Just breathe into your center. Do nothing. Be the sun that you are. And that sun is illuminating stronger than ever, they're saying, Kim Chemistry. And those rays are bright. So those rays are going to permeate and penetrate into some other little nooks and crannies. And that's beautiful, because you are made for it. You are built for it. It is what your soul came to do. So this is very, very beautiful. And you are such a powerhouse. You are such a master light blaster. So you're just, don't be surprised. And that's the case with all of us. Like when we enter a new cycle, and I was going through this as we entered March 1st, that new cycle, that new birthing of creation, a new expression of us. We've learned everything from that other cycle. And that's exactly what they said with you, Kim. You've learned everything. Now you're at this new center. And now what happens is sometimes anything that's not aligned with this new higher frequency, or this new creation, or that whatever creative endeavor that we're engaged in, anything that's not matching this new endeavor is going to come up, but it's going to be easier to transmute. That's all they're saying. So actually what you're doing is creating more solid light. You're creating a more solid light, if that makes sense. Even though light's not solid, you're creating a firmer pillar, a firmer foundation in this light. All right. Let's pull you a few cards, Kim. Chemistry. My favorite fella, Jim. Great breath. Yes. Breathe. Uncomfortable's good. I've been like oh my God, I have been in so many, it seems like long periods of uncomfortableness. And every time I'm in it, I remind myself, this is taking you to a stronger anchor in you. This is going to pass. This is going to pass. That just means that I'm creating new. I am shifting. My body doesn't feel comfortable because it's releasing and transmuting energies that no longer serve me, safety nets that no longer serve me. And that's a beautiful place to be, that you allow that, you're aware of it, and you know not to, like, you're aware, Kim. So that's beautiful. And just let the process take its course. That sometimes all we can do is, like, once you're on a roller coaster, man, and that's kind of like what they're saying, when you become more aware and you're riding the frequencies and you're riding the waves, it's almost like you're in the roller coaster and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit. And it's too late to get off the roller coaster and you just gotta let it go. And it's one of those things that go straight down. Oh my God, when I went to water country in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, there's a water slide and it's literally straight down. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it down this alive. How you can go straight down and your body doesn't tumble, because it seems like that, but it never does. So there's no turning back now, Kim. So just got to go with it. No, it's going to pass. Oh my God, I love that analogy. It's like, oh my God, what did I do? And then I got to shut my eyes as I'm going down the roller coaster or the water slide and just go, ah, and just let life take you. Free fall. Oh my God. And maybe you like this song too, and he's coming through. What's his name? Free Falling. What's his name, guys? Tom Petty. I don't know if you know Tom Petty. And he says, I'm free falling. That song is coming to mind for you, Kim. Free Falling. I bet you probably like Tom Petty as well. And one more here. Heart, your center. I'm going to do this heart card because the center was so stable. So what's your heart bringing forth? Tino at the temple. Tino at the temple, probably in class as well. All right, free falling. All right, one more here. I don't know. They still want me to pull a chakra. All right. Tino at the temple. They're showing me you, Tino. You know, like a rapper or somebody who's a DJ, and they take the record and they go back and forth and they got the microphone and they're making all these sounds. Tino at the temple. Holy shit, chemistry. So what is going on here is Tom Petty is in your freaking ass energy field, okay? So listen to some Tom Petty. All right, this one. Oh, too many. All right, do it again. Tino at the temple, no class today. Had to go to the dentist. Get those pearly whites cleaned up. All right, this one. All right. You go to the OB dentistry? That lady, the foreign lady? All right, so what we got, Kim, chemistry. I did a Archangel Direction Guardian, choose your path. There you go. There you go. But you're not just choosing it, you're creating it. So to me, what this card is immediately saying is trusting in it. I think you know the path, you know your intent, you know your focus, but sometimes all of these older distorted energies outside of us and within us can trip us up a little bit and make us feel like we're out of control. But the true way to be in control is to actually release control, surrender, but still tune into your heart's compass, direction, true north. So Direction Guardian is choosing your path. All is available to you. Any path is going to, oh my God. All right. So to me, when I said that center ring for you, and that it was your center, this is you, Kimmy. This is your center. In any given path, as long as you're in your center is the light, the sun. See how I said every ray connects out? So when you come here and you choose to the best of your capability, your path in total alignment and trust to your heart, know that it is the right path for you. And don't worry if it seems like it's not the path you intended or expected. This ray this sun connection is going to affect all of your paths. So you might be thinking, oh, well, if I take this path, how am I going to fulfill this area? And is it really going to help me over here? And Spirit is saying yes. They're just reiterating yes, yes, yes. Always follow that center. The ray of light from the sun doesn't shine on just one little dirt road path on earth. No, it shines in all of its awareness and all the earth, even though it has its cycle. So even that is saying something, even though we don't see, even though the sun is always shining and it only shines on, the part of the earth that it shines on the day, and the rest is over on the night side. That is also saying there's going to be times for you to trust, even when you feel you're in the dark, the sun's rays and the clarity will come forth. Those times of discomfort are those times where you're kind of in the dark, and then all of a sudden, as you allow that process to take its natural course, then the morning comes, and then you have that clarity and that insight. So that's what I'm feeling for you, but it's always by coming to center in all paths, all directions. Everything is operating as you come to your center. And then choose your path based on your light and your awareness of what you and where you are now. Don't project into the future. Don't project into the past. Just where you are now. That is the ancestral wisdom for you. And then I did pull the heart card just to say, okay, what does this heart say? And I do love this card. This one is a little seaweed on the beach. And this has got to do, so your past choosing and your shadow work that you're dealing with, which is usually where shadow lies, is in the lower chakras. So we've got the root chakra, the sacral, and the solar plexus, all activating, aligning, and merging. These are two different plants, but this one's a little bit different, a little bit more sacral. This is root. This is wisdom, divine wisdom and knowledge. I don't know why they had me say that instead of solar plexus. So trusting that you hold the divine wisdom and knowledge within you, okay? And acting and allowing that to be your safety. You could have some past safety in your family lineage about trusting family, knowing that family's got your back, or be protected and that kind of stuff. And all of Master Light Blasters have gone through that, not being able to count on other physical people, whether it be on another timeline where you were prosecuted, persecuted, made fun of, or even on these timelines where those energies still show up because we're healing them. So you are healing those base roots, and that's probably where your shadow work has come up, and they're just saying to trust in that. And this is saying pretty much the same thing as the back of this one here. The back of this one is going to kind of say the same thing. Chain reaction. Your energy creates a chain reaction interlinking you. So the decision of the now interlinks you. Go here. It's going to interlink you to all your other paths to life. The energy creates a chain reaction interlinking you to all of life. The focus of your energy will show itself in all areas of your reality, but our job is just to be present in this moment of now. Allow as much now and embody as much now as you can. And what is that? It's your heart. It's what you're feeling. You got to go to your gut and feel. So all of these are merging, but they're also merging with your heart. You are the source of all your connections in life, Kim Chemistry, and I know you know that. You are the source. You are the source to all in your life. And then where'd it go? Hold on here. I thought I had a second here, guys. Oh, there it is. And so the chakra card, the center, well, this is just telling me you are embodying more and more and more of your light. Your base foundation, your moment of now is just this huge high frequency. That's what I was picking up intuitively. So the past, you had some mumbo jumbo, the future, some mumbo jumbo, but it's all contained in the now. You are definitely operating in higher frequencies of light. You're embodying more light. You're healing that inner child. You're done the shadow work. You are like this, it's this whole soul healing, and that's bringing abundance. I did a live the other day on abundance, and we all want that abundance because we're physical beings. We want to see it on the outside world. But Kimmy, Kim Chemistry, they're saying that you are so abundant because even vibrating at a higher frequency, that is the root, that is the catalyst, that is the creator, that is the generator of all other abundance. When you are in alignment to your heart, and when you've had soul healing, that is the most abundant state that you can be in, because that is the creation of all. That is what creates the holograms. That is what creates your experiences. That's what creates your perception. That's what creates those new pathways of thoughts, those streams of consciousness. So you are so abundant because you have ignited and allowed this huge soul healing. And she's holding it in her hand as well. It's not just in her heart, she's holding it in her hand. So that's showing the physical, actually the physical manifestation of this soul's healing. And I'm feeling a lot of high priestess energy for you as well. You holding those energies within. High priestess from other timelines as well. You have the answers, the clairvoyance, the claircognizance, the clairvoyant, the seeing it as well, the purple, all of it, illuminating this Christ consciousness. So this soul healing is creating a frequency of Christ consciousness, of unconditional love. And yesterday I did a little post. We're all part of the 144,000. They like to use that as a number, but really it's not a number, it's a frequency. You're part of the 144,000 frequency where you are illuminating and creating this new earth through you. But anyway, soul healing, creating abundance. And then that was your chakra. So lots of yellow. That was also shown in this, the yellow, trusting. So the yellow, all of these chakras, all of the lower chakras are merging in this soul healing, clearing, embodying, transmuting these frequencies, trusting, and that's bringing you to this point. So no matter what happens, and in the worst of the worst, just connecting to this, that's going to give you clarity, peace, understanding, even if the human body's freaking out. Okay, and this, reach for your dreams, Kimmy. Kim Siegel. I always say, that's some Siegel. I always call you Kim Chemistry Kimmy, but then there's Kimmy Siegel, but you know who I mean. Kim Chemistry. We've got a 30. Reach for your dreams. Well, your dreams come from this clearing, this allowing, because this is going to give you the clarity and the visions of clearly where you're being called, clearly what path you're going to be taken. And that's coming into the moment of now as well. And this is telling you, looks like a similar thing. It's a 30. That's expression, the expression of your soul, the expression of your heart's desires. It manifests. Reach for your dreams. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. So the white representing the connection of your divinity, the soul. The red hair representing that passion and that fire that you are, that gusto, that mojo, that passion, that quickness, that charisma, that all of that personalities that you hold within your being. And just saying, you are the creator and you know that and you know it. And every step and every time you go through something, Kimmy, and every time you transmute and every time you, what we would term overcome something, that is given you and activating more and more of your solar plexus, the courage and that clear communion with your divinity within you. So it's just encouraging, reach for your dreams. There's that path. There's that path we were talking about. And that's water. Holy shit. Kim, this sums it all up. Remember the beginning? I think you were here at the beginning where I said that the water be like water with overcoming those obstacles, and the water will just go and flow and create new life where it was barren. Well, there's the water. There's the water coming over this. You would think this mountain is an obstacle. It's not a mountain. What is this water doing? It's free falling, creating this new pathway that's merged with yellow, which is your solar plexus, which is your soul healing. So your dreams are free falling and manifesting according to the pathways that you take in every moment of now. And what do we got here? Oh my God. So I just said that the water was bringing life to barren land. And what do I see? I see a little sprout of a plant here. So this new pathway is bringing life to that which was barren or lost. It is so those dreams that you thought were lost, you are bringing life to them. Might be a different path in the way that you expected, but you are bringing life due to the obstacles and the barriers that you've been given. You're taking your water, you're taking your path, you're taking your focus, you're taking your energy and love, and you're creating this new path that is bringing life to that which was once barren. That is so beautiful, Kim. Bruce Lee, be like water. Oh my God. When, in my Taekwondo days, I used to call upon Bruce Lee to help me. So, oh my God, I love him too. 33, there you go. Beautiful. 33 is a master number. 6, bringing that peace, balance, harmony through your mastery. So a master isn't a master because they were handed everything on a platter. They are a master because they have allowed their spirit, their body, their being to go through the darker energies to ignite the light that they are. You've ignited the light of your masteries. Right now, they're showing me a vision. It's a tunnel and it's illuminating all of this light. And it was long and it wasn't an easy road because the tunnel is actually looking long, but all of this light is just literally overtaken this pineal. Oh, that little robot vacuum. It was a long haul, they're saying, but you're there. You're there. There's no place to go. You're there. Beautiful chemistry. So to sum it all up, you are bringing life to that which you thought was barren. You're bringing hope to your soul's journey that you might not understand from the human mind, but that human mind, you're getting all of the clarity and you're being illuminated through your heart and through your journey. You're a master. There we go. Be like Bruce. Be like Bruce. Call upon Tom Petty and Bruce Lee are your support team today. All right. Thank you for that. All right, Bridget, you are up. Thank you for your donation. Any particular question, Bridget? Mother Mary energies are strong. Oh my goodness. Yes. We've had, yes, lots and lots of support from Mother Mary, Divine Feminine. Yes. No, Kim Chemistry, thank you for your time. Thank you for your reflection of the mastery that you're holding within, because this message wanted to come through for other people too, to absorb that light and activations through you without you being here. So thank you. All right, Bridget. Thank you. Immediately, I'm feeling some earth, like soil, brown in your coloring, fertilizing. You're going, and I'm feeling it in my heart. And I know that you are extremely tuned into emotions, and you've done a lot of heart healing and all of that. Because I'm feeling it right in my heart when I tune into you, and I'm feeling brown, as in Mother Earth, as in reaping the rewards. You might be questioning, are you reaping the rewards of all that you've planted? That is what they're saying. She's wondering if she's reaping the rewards of all that she has planted in her rich soil. And now they're showing me an image for you, Bridget, of a volcano, a literal volcano, and it's an active volcano, and all the lava is coming down the volcano, outside of it. It's spurring, that slow moving lava. So they're just showing me an image of a volcano with lava coming down. And to me, that is a huge activation. First of all, when a volcano bursts, it's an activation, it's a releasing. So there's something to do with you releasing, activating, and all of this passion and light and heat. Heat to me is representing transmuting and alchemizing. So you're going through this huge transmutation, alchemizing of energies. And as lava comes down over the volcano, then it's going to cool and then it's going to solidify. So you're in a huge combustion, or in the energetic part of this physical manifestation. And it's not all boiling, it's not all bubbling, it's not getting ready to activate. It's like your energy has activated and you're waiting for a quote unquote cool time, whatever that means to you, and then receiving the manifestations of all of this passionate energy, all of this activating that you've been doing and transmuting. Okay. So it's about, hold on. All right, so both you and Kimmy are both getting similar rings, like and then solid, and then so to me, it's also about rooting and being in your physical body. Mother Earth is Gaia. She is the physical representation and manifestation in unity with our own cycles, our self-healing, rejuvenating. Our hearts are one. So they keep showing me the brown soil. So just to me, brown soil is fertile soil. It's not all dried up or sandy. It's fertile. So something about you grounding and being in your body, planting your feet on Mother Earth, but being in your body, even in emotional distress or in fiery situations, reacting. Maybe you've had some emotional response engagements reacting with other people, volcanic interactions, And they want you to bring all of that, how you would normally immediately respond, to bring it all in, ground it down, to temper, they're saying, energies that could be channeled more constructively. So bringing the emotion in, sitting with your emotions, not being overly responsive as well. They're just saying the word heated debates, heated arguments. So I don't know if you've undergone that, or it could be your own heated conflicts within. And so if that's the case too, to allow it to come out, but in a channeled, constructive way, writing, journaling. So say that volcanic eruption is to do with you, not to repress it either, to channel it through writing, not to explode out at another, to bring it in, but then to channel it more constructively through writing a letter, memos to self, grounding with Mother Earth, movement. But yeah, the ground is fertile, and things are exactly where they need to be. The process is underway, they said. It's underway. Okay, let's see. Ah, there it is. Lots of hidden anger. Yeah, yeah, and that's beautiful. If you're being triggered, Bridget, that's beautiful. Okay, just allow it to channel appropriately. That's all. And not that anything is right or wrong, they're saying. So if it's hidden and you're saying it's hidden, and remember I said the volcano, and I saw the volcano and it was all outflowing with lava, to bring it out, to take it out of you in a constructive manner. Writing, journaling, speaking, communicating your truth, not to repress it. So definitely big message in releasing it, but that anger is there for a reason. And that's, to me, I am feeling it's maybe expectations unfulfilled, deep areas of emotional repression, because I feel it in my heart when I bring up the volcano, and then I'm like, oh, I feel it in my heart. So deeply repressed emotional energies from the past, because now I feel it in my back. So yeah, you've got some repressed emotions of the past where you felt like let down or angry or misguided, misled, abused, misused. And it's just areas that our soul came to experience, areas where our spirit and our soul was stunted in order to have the experience of bringing that out. All right. And then you'll be up next, Brenda. Okay, good. I'm glad. Thank you for that affirmation. That means I am receiving this appropriately. And like I said earlier, any obstacle is a gift as well. For every opposite, for every emotion, any energy in general, there's that equal and opposing emotion. So how I say something like the volcano could be coming from someone else, or it could be coming from you. It could be an engagement with someone else, or it could be an engagement with yourself. But it's all going to show, those energies are going to show up for us, whether it be with someone else and you're having this huge argument with someone and you're releasing. Well, that's also showing you areas of emotions that were catalyzed by that argument, that were within you anyways. It was an opportunity for you to get the volcano flowing, to get some of those repressions out, even though it might have seemed totally irrelevant or not connected to an argument you had with someone, and they triggered that anger to have it come out. That's just an example. I'm not saying maybe that's necessarily what happened, but anyways, it's all within. And then that expression, then that can be resolved and channeled, and then get to the light and the reasoning. If it's repressed and hidden, we don't get that healing. And so outside circumstances will sometimes trigger and activate a healing to be done within us that had nothing even really to do with what that argument was. All right. So let's do one heart one. And we all get that way, like me too. Like I'm gonna say the past week, deep anger, like really getting pissed because, and I know the pissedness was like I was feeling really stuck and constrained in my physical reality, and it was just like I was just like and I'm like, oh my god. And I don't normally feel a lot of anger, and I was just feeling inside. And then on a live, James Schuler, you guys probably all know him, I was doing a live, and he mentioned something about writing down all of the things you're happy about and all the things you're angry about. And normally I wouldn't write about what I'm angry about. Normally I write about what I'm happy, the things I want to create, the positive affirmations, my dreams, my goals. And he was so right. And Spirit came forth and said, yep, James is on point, on point. And then I took that to heart and I started voicing to spirit, well, I'm really upset about this and that, and that's not what I wanted. And I just started talking to myself, my higher self, all the things I was dissatisfied with and mad at. And it did a lot of clearing. So maybe for you, Brigitte, also just have that outside argument, because sometimes we're taught, oh, focus on the positive, focus on your vortex, focus on the things you want. But if we have things in there that aren't matching that and they're holding us back, we got to remove them. And it's not that you're creating and you're going to create them to be manifested. You're doing it in a way where your intent is to release it, to transmute it, to let it out of you so that it's not held within you. So spirit is really saying, Brigitte, go all holy hell on yourself. And in the car, I love doing it in the car or when I'm alone or I'm walking or in the woods. And I went through that this week. I said, I'm not happy about this, and this. And son of a bitch, that's not what I wanted. That wasn't my intent. And why am I think I'm doing everything right? And then blah, 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 blah. The whole victimhood. So let it out of you. Let it out of you. Yep. I'll do relationship when I get to you, Brenda. Thank you for that. All right. So Brigitte. Yeah, do it. It'll do wonders, because we're always told to speak what you want, feel what you want, do what you want as if you are living. Well, if that's all we're doing and we have unprocessed energies or fragmented part of ourselves that are not healed or brought to the light, we can do all that we want, but we still have to address that other end, and that's the balance. Anything not matching. And we don't need to do anything about it. Don't have to do anything about it. Just say, hey, damn it, and speak your mind. And that's where Tamara was talking about the Divine Mother, Mother Mary. I always consider her my true mother, my real mother. And a mother, as a mom, you want to hear it out. You want to hear your kids when they're distressed, when they're upset, when they're hurt and angry. So give it all up to Mother Mary if you connect to that energy. Give it up to her, and she's your mom, and she will guide you. Or give it up to your higher self, whatever, God self, whatever that is that you connect to. Well, this is very strange. All right. So I didn't know I had one Mother Earth heart card laying on the ground, and then I got another one laying on the ground. And this has never happened to me. It's uncanny how similar both these Mother heart cards look. This one's snow against a dark background, nothing unlike the fertile soil that spirit was showing me in my mind. Both of these are in fertile soil. This one is snow. This one is, oh no, that's not fertile soil. This one's pavement. This one is, are they both snow? Oh, they're both snow. Okay. Yep, they're both snow. To me, snow represents crystallized water, physical emotions physicalized. So there's a call for you to express your emotions, to clear them. White represents divinity and purity. Don't judge them. Nothing is impure. If you're angrily spewing out a bunch of victimhood, that's okay. That's not anything any less pure than those pure, angelic, holy thoughts. So spirit is wanting you to express the holy, angelic thoughts, or what you would label as positive dreams. And they also want you to speak the ones that bring tears to your eyes, but they are self for your soul and your heart to heal. You are fertilizing your heart, your dreams, desires, what your soul wants to experience on earth from a peaceful, blissful state by equally verbalizing and releasing the energies of what you think is bad within you, or anger, or victim. That is fertilizing your soil. So that's what those, I'm not even going to read the back. That's what those two cards are saying. Speaking the good and speaking the what you consider not so good. You need both. Boop. That's never happened where two cards popped out of two snowflakes or snow patches, but they're different. The angels ancestry cards, Brigitte, are guiding you. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. You can't allow, if you're not allowing all of the anger and allowing all of the parts, the victim, the angel, the devil, all parts of yourselves, that means that you're not loving all of yourself. So parts of me, what I've gone through recently is allowing those parts, that deep anger or loss or abandonment or loss of whatever it is that never came to fruition that I wanted as a physical being or whatever, or not understanding something before me, whatever that, it's mainly victim, whatever you're feeling a victim in, and that's not the truth of it. That's why you are a victim, because the only truth is love. And this is just telling you to let yourself be loved. Allow all parts of yourself to be felt, expressed, and that way you are loving yourself. Self-love first. You are loved and you are loved. And I did a little post yesterday about that, and I was just like, hearts were everywhere. You are love, Bridget. You can't produce or be anything other than love. So don't judge or criticize even the emotions that you feel are not of love, because everything truly is love, represented by those two snowflake cards. And allow yourself to be loved. Don't hold yourself accountable or victim to anything. It was all for you. And it was all love. It was all love. It's love at its root. And then you're cloaked with this red, and that red, oh my God, that goes along with the volcano image that I got for you. The red, the volatility within you. I love that part too. And then that will allow you to connect to your passions and your soul's purpose and the manifestation of, and they're saying cool down. Cool down. It's okay to let it out. Let it out. Let it out to me, God says, Spirit, Mother Mary. Let it out to me, not maybe another individual. Let it out to me. Maybe cool down with me. Because remember they showed me the cool down lava turning to rock. Well, cool down, but do it. I'll help you cool down, they said. I'll help you cool down. And that sort of looks like Mother Mary. So expressing all of that Sacred Heart. The Sacred Heart doesn't experience just good things. The Sacred Heart allows itself to become whole by releasing the pains and the hurt and the betrayals and the letdown and the non-fulfillment and the loss and the abandonment, allowing all of it. And then you allow yourself to be loved. Beautiful. Oh, last one. This little chakra one too. Visualization, that's 28 new beginnings. So visualizing also. Visualizing your heart's desires, allowing things that you get in your mind, the visuals, like in a dream, I'll get something, and allowing those things in your third eye that are coming through, listening to them and allowing them. But to me, this is all activations, sparks. You're very clairvoyant, they're saying. You're very clairvoyant. You're very connected to spirit. Your emotions are a huge factor in your clairs. So as you release the emotions too, they're saying your clairs will open up. You also have a connection to the seven sisters. I'm believing that the star system, the Pleiades, the seven sister star systems, they're saying you're one of them. You're one of them. Now I'm getting the goosebumps. This is beautiful. This is the first like real strong thing coming through me physically, besides my heart and my back. You're part of the Pleiades, the seven sisters. They're there to support you as well. Beautiful. So this is also to do with your clairvoyance, allowing that to connect with the Pleiades. Oh, you know that. Well, I didn't know that. So thank you for that affirmation. That is so awesome. And I love to see, and this is a give and take and communing. So when I get a message, then I can actually say, okay, that was right. And then I'll get more information and I can even expand upon it more. So beautiful reading, Bridget. You are love, and let yourself be loved, and allow those explosive emotions and victim and loss, allow all of it out. It's both serving you. The bad isn't any less important than the good emotions, allowing it all. And in that, you're going to activate more and more psychic abilities. The psychic abilities are high frequency. So if you're holding victim or anger towards yourself, you got to kind of like transmute that. Thank you. All right. Brenda, relationship. All right. Spirit is saying, well, Brenda, you know all relationships begin with you first. It's almost like that Eric Meadows energy coming in. They're just kind of hopping in and saying, well, Brenda, you know fine and well all relationships start with you. That's all they're saying right away as soon as I come in. I have a photo of this. Oh my God. And as soon as I even read that, Bridget, the sisters above my bed, soon as I even read that, and it means like they're literally right here, because whenever I get that and then someone's comment and then my whole body gets that light activation, they are literally right here with you in this message today. Oh my God, that energy, the star system. Wow. So powerful and so beautiful. It's a sisterhood, they said. It's our sisterhood. It's our sisterhood. You are a very powerful transmuter, they're saying as well, in that light. And where do you see the stars? You see them in the darkness, Bridget. You can't see us in the light of day usually, you see them at night. So allow the darkness and all of those emotions and everything you're holding on to be activated. All of those things in the dark to be activated, and they will activate your light. Beautiful. That makes sense why I got that card there. As you allow all of those areas to come forth, the darkness, that you activate your light and your psychic abilities more and more and more. And they're with you for support. That is amazing. I would love to see that. Bridget. All right. Hey, Vidra. Thank you for joining. Just finishing up some readings here. So, Brenda, you are up, and it is relationship. Yeah, you're welcome, Bridget. All right. Let me get back to Brenda's name here. So they're also saying, besides that all relationships start with you, they're saying that your answer is in the question. Whatever question we have, the answer is within that energy. And if you are questioning something, the answer is also within the question. No different than the obstacle is also our teammate in creating new pathways. So it's like a contradictory energy that is creating a spark of enlightenment and answer. I'm also immediately getting for you, I'm getting some brown as well for you, Brenda, and that is about allowing your emotions to fertilize your heart and your soul, to let that out, to connect with your emotions, to connect with unhealed parts of your childhood. To me, they're saying unhealed parts of your childhood are affecting your relationships. And as you go within and heal and love yourself for all parts of yourself, that is going to reflect and shift your relationships to a higher frequency as well. Forgive those that have hurt you as well in your childhood. You came as a co-contract to transmute certain frequencies and bring forth greater light. Everything was contracted, was created by you for you as well. And to go within and to commune with your heart, with your mother within, the mother within you. I don't know, did your mother leave or did you lose your mother at an early age? Right now they're showing me like a mom, a light mother, and it could be a spiritual mother in light energy, and they're taking your hands and they're saying, take my hands, let's skip. And you know when a little kid is young and you take your hands and you might go just go skipping, through the beach or in the woods or down the street or down the sidewalk. They're showing me. So I don't know if it's literal for a mother for you or a mother figure, but Spirit is saying, take my hands, little Brenda, and we'll go skipping together. But the arms are extensions of light, and the little girl's all light, but they're showing me the human figures, but they're like all of this light. And I'm getting a lot of pain in my heart. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but you can let me know, yes or no. Or I don't know if your mom passed on or a grandmother passed on, or just pain in your heart from your childhood. And this mother, this divine feminine, wants to help you to lighten up and to regain that childhood part of you that was lost or maybe disappointed, or maybe you felt let down or abandoned as a child in some way, shape, or form. They're always with you and holding your hand. So I don't know if it's your mom or just a spirit energy, but they're always with you and we've never left you, they're saying. All right. Beautiful energies coming through, guys. Wow. Okay. Grandmother energy. Grandmother energy. Did she die of anything to do with her heart attack, or failure, congestive heart failure, anything like that? And did you play with her? Do you remember her? Because you're just showing me, a mother figure taking a little Brenda. And did that bother you at all? I'm wondering, did that have any effect? I don't know if you were close to her. All right. Thank you for shining your light here, Vedra. Vidra. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Heart attack. Okay, thank you. That's the affirmation that it is definitely your mother, because as I got that image, I got it really like it would be like a heart attack feeling, even though I didn't obviously feel that full heart attack. But yeah, a lot of pain in my heart. So that's why I mentioned earlier, if they had heart I felt it in my heart pains. Okay. So your grandmother is that's with you, walking hands, wants you to skip, wants you to have fun, wants you to have um act like that kid, act like that child, have fun again, high frequencies. And as you are able to step into these higher frequencies of you and break forth your child self, your outside relationships are going to be healed. Now I'm feeling a little pain in my heart again. So obviously the relationship issue is causing you emotional pain as well. But that was really awesome that your grandmother really gave me that heart feeling in a way that I have not had it before. And it wasn't like on the left side of me, it was like all in my chest. So that was very cool. All right. I don't know. Do you feel cursed in some way, shape, or form? Do you feel cursed? Were you not allowed to speak as a little girl? Sometimes this card comes up when the child was inhibited from speaking, not heard, told to be quiet, got reprimanded for acting out, saying things they were not supposed to. So that could be part of the meaning of this card. And it can also represent you feeling cursed, you feeling like you're taking on an energy or just can't seem to get out of a situation, can't seem to end a cycle, that kind of thing. That could also be tied to another timeline, but all timelines are connected to now. So whatever experience you had as a child, I'm feeling a lot of pain in my heart still. So there's something else besides the heart attack in that heart. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's a loved one in your life, or you lost someone with another heart attack, or just the pain in your heart, or you were cursed on another timeline where you were actually like killed and lost love, lost a loved one, or lost romantic love in another timeline that gave you the feeling of loss and that you couldn't have that. It was taken away from you. And now in this life, whether subliminally or subconsciously, you're carrying the energy of a curse. It's obviously, and it's so funny because Mythos just asked me last night after we were watching a show, what does curse mean? No such things as curses, right? Oh, we're watching Friday the 13th. Not the real movie, but on Hey Arnold, the movie from Nickelodeon, kids cartoon. It was Friday the 13th, and Arnold seemed like he was cursed. And Mythos says, Mommy, what does curse mean? And is there such thing as curses? And I said, no, there's no such thing. It can seem real, but it has no power over you once you come to that frequency clearing and acknowledgement. So you're holding some sort of curse energy. Our relationships or have relationships in the past been a reoccurring thing, because curses will show up as reoccurring, but they might reoccur in different scenarios, a job, a relationship, a friendship, whatever it is. So you're holding some sort of energy of that where you weren't able to fully be you. But I'm feeling there definitely was a loss tied into another timeline where a relationship you had a loss of, and it made you feel like, oh, geez, I'm cursed. I'm never going to have that fulfilling love. And holy shit, the pain in my heart, the feeling in my heart won't subside. It's still there. So maybe you lost your husband through a heart attack, or a partner on a heart attack on another timeline where you're feeling cursed and not able to fulfill a fulfilling relationship now. But they want you to know that the idea of a curse, that is just an energy that is yet to be transmuted. You're never really cursed. Nothing has power over you. It's just up for you to acknowledge that darkness, the emotion, the pain, the loss, that feeling, in order for you to transmute it and dissipate it. So there you go with that. This is affecting your relationships. I'm not sure. When you said yes, heartache. Yeah, it's a little bit different than normal heartache though. But yeah, I guess it's just you know what, Tamara, I think you're right. It is a heartache that is so encapsulated in many timelines that it's really overall permeating my heart. So thank you for that, Tamara. You're right. It's a heartache from another timeline as well that is recycling in this timeline just for you to acknowledge it, allow it, and to find that truth or that meaning from it. You are never, you're you again, you are love also, and you are loved. So it's allowing that, and once you see the light in the darkness, the curse disappears. Once you might understand or connect the dots, so why is that cycle happening? Why can't I seem to get out of it? Just that knowingness um, brings light to it, and you can let it go. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't need to do anything particular, even just bringing your awareness to it, because you are God's source energy and you are the light. Bringing your awareness to something can actually dissipate that, and it brings light to the darkness. But I'm also feeling down in my sacral as well, simultaneously with my heart. I didn't realize I was such a physical medium sometimes. Holy crap. So my heart And then down into my belly button area, there's pain. So that's kind of that sacral, the wounding childhood, co-creation, creating. Did you, I don't know if you came into this world feeling you weren't even, maybe feeling you weren't wanted or weren't ready, or maybe you were surprised. I have no idea. I'm just bringing areas where that sacral could be having pain. I don't know if you've lost a baby, or you feel like you've been cursed somehow, or came into life but not feeling the light, feeling the love and appreciation, which I'm saying sometimes this image shows that, feeling that you weren't appreciated and loved for the soul and the baby or the child that you were as well. I don't know if you felt any of that as well. Or if it has something to do with you procreating, or if it has anything, this heartache, the sense of being cursed with relationships and love, it is affecting your procreation in the sense of you, your own personal power in creations in the physical, like creating, giving birth to ideas, new things, giving birth to yourself, basically. Heartache, disappointed over and over and over and over and over. Okay, that's definitely all that heart. Tamara, you're absolutely right. That heart is heartache in my heart space. And it's time for you. You have come in this timeline, Brenda, to end that cycle. It's right down in my stomach. I'm feeling it simultaneously, right down in my sacral. Personal connection that also, okay, this is romantic love, because the sacral represents sexual energy, intimate relationships, expression with other intimacies, but being intimate with yourself in the way that you are able to give yourself love. Know that you're loved. There's some sort of dissonance where you don't think that you are love worthy, and that's showing in the partnerships, representing the curse. Whoops, the curse representing of cycles that you've come to break. You've come to break that. And that makes sense, because what did Spirit say out of the gate? And I'm going to say it was Eric, said, well, you know, Brenda, it all starts from self. So something about yourself, you weren't given the affirmation, the solidification and the physical of the love that you are in this life, but not because your parents didn't love you per se, but it was like a continuum of a cycle that you've come to end and heal and transmute once and for all in this timeline. Yes, there is love waiting for you. And now all of a sudden something popped in. I don't know if it was your grandma or an energy, and they just brought forth, yes, love is there waiting for you. Yes, there is love waiting for you. So once that we transmute this cursed energy, and you can step into your light and allow and do things for yourself. How do you do that? And they also said on the physical, honoring yourself, you are love, so you're the temple of love. So putting yourself first, putting yourself and treating yourself as if, Brenda, they're saying, as if you were that perfect love mate, that perfect love partner. They want you to give to yourself what you would give to that person. Be considerate. They want to go out to eat at a certain place. Put yourself first, not compromising who you are. Put yourself on the pedestal that you deserve, Brenda. They want you to do that. That was a lot in that one. Okay, moving on. Solar plexus, yes. Oh, I don't, oops. Okay, so I got 10% on my earbuds. I'm going to finish up with you, Brenda, and if I have a second left, if Robin, you're still there, let me know. Always. Okay, great. Good. Always. Awesome. I take actions daily to awaken my personal power. So you received this. You actually had two out and I didn't even know it. So this is the solar plexus energy, activating your light, which means honoring your light, which means trusting your guidance and allowing all to work for you. Trusting your light. And how do you do that? It just means following your joy, your love, your bliss, and honoring yourself in the physical as well as spiritually and mentally. Not just in meditations, not just in affirmations, but in the physical world, taking the physical action, because she's holding the light before her, honoring the light that you are, complimenting yourself, writing down how beautiful you are and all the things you're proud about yourself, writing down all the things too. This exercise goes to you as well. All the areas that you felt disappointed, all of it, to bring light and transmutation to it. So trusting that you are loved, trusting in your worthiness, trusting and taking back your personal power. If we're continually disappointed in our outside world in relationships, there's something there guiding us to our personal power, because if we are empowered, we won't be creating situations, scenarios, relationships that are not reflecting that back. So it's just about taking back that. I'm still feeling it right in the belly button, in the solar plexus, and in the heart. So working with those energies as well, breathing light into those areas in your chakras. And this is psychic development. So you obviously are very psychic as well. So maybe part of your creative birth and creative, that solar plexus that I was feeling, I mean, the sacral is part of your spiritual development. As you bring healing and you end this illusion of being cursed, you are going to really bring forth greater spiritual gifts of light and listening and connecting and developing your spiritual powers. Your psychic powers is also helping in your transformation simultaneously. You don't need to wait for something to arrive. They want you to actually, they're saying, engage in psychic stuff now, your spiritual abilities, stepping into trust, developing them. And that's also going to help with that whole idea of cursing. Because as you step into your own psychic development, you are nurturing yourself, you are activating light, you're stepping into more light, you're embodying more light to be reflected, to shift to the realities where relationships are matching your frequency. Yeah, we all are and always are at some level, Tamara. Just like I was thinking, oh, geez, and Crow, why am I feeling this now? Well, we're physical, we're human. We're always going to be expanding, and expanding, and clearing and healing and transmuting in the physical body. Well, we're holding all of the density, all of the information, all of the DNA forever. So it makes sense. We came here as Master Light Blasters to transmute and to heal areas where we were not feeling love, and we wanted the physical experience of it. So the physical reality gives us shit ton load of past to experience self-love and to transmute it. Okay, that was the curse. So yeah, you've come here to break the curse. The curse is already broken. It's just bringing that light to the awareness, Brenda. Very, very beautiful. And yes, you do have a partner in this lifetime, whether it be the healing of the one that exists, but they want you to just focus on yourself and your own given to yourself, your personal power, acting on your creations, your inspirations. Is there any issue with your belly button or sacral energies at all, or organs, Brenda, at all? Down in the female organs? I'm just feeling energies in there. It's not easy to let. Vidra says it's not easy to let go. It may take several. Let go. Feel the light and walk away. Thank you. Thank you for that. Very beautiful. Thank you for shining your light. And you guys, all that you guys commenting, you're actually engaging and taking action on your light, and that is so beautiful and so beneficial, because it's bringing that into our hologram, that light activation of all of our inputs and perceptions and light shining. So thank you. Not that you're aware of. Okay, so it's just personal power and connecting to your own creativity. Are you aware that you are psychically gifted? However you want to pronounce it. Am I frozen? Am I frozen right now? Okay. All right. All right. So thank you very, very, very much, Brenda, for that. And I am going to end this now. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to end it with a little overall clearing, light language activation. And for any of you guys here, and I know you guys are all Master Light Blasters watching now or later, so you're all aware of light language. Light language is a frequency. It is the language of the language of love, and it's to activate more and more love. Love is the same as light. It is the same as God source energy. So I'm going to bring forth that, and any of you out there who want to receive it, just say accept. But it's not even that you need to receive it, because you guys are the ones generating this transmission, this activation, this healing, this balancing through me, because we really aren't separate. We're merged as a team, guys. We're a team. So we're all working in this together. So I'm just going to do a little light language, a little light transmutation on those denser energies, of those where we feel that we're still holding love separate from ourselves. We are love. We're nothing but love. But we have thoughts, beliefs, energies that we've experienced on other timelines that we are transmuting and releasing and bringing light to. And so that's going to aid in that. And it's going to aid in our own self-love, and also reflecting in the highest frequency of that love within us. Yes, and still understanding my gift. Yes or no? Yeah. Well, that's beautiful, Brenda. So the more you focus on that, that's going to bring healing to you automatically. Just Just letting you know that the more you give to yourself, the more you step into your gifts, you're activating more and more light and high frequencies. And then you're going to reflect that in your relationships as well. It's going to bring you to greater wisdom, divine understanding and wisdom of yourself about things that you've gone through, about things that you're contemplating, about things that you're processing as well. So we'll do a little light language, guys. And before I even start that, let's just all focus on our heart space, guys. Let's focus on our light, the light that we are, our pure God source energy. It's always there. It's always available. It's always there. Just a lot. Just it's up to us to just allow it, to allow it, to allow it. And how do we allow it? We come to every moment as a moment to align, to engage, to bring forth more parts of ourselves, to honor ourselves, to respect ourselves, to make decisions and choices in alignment to ourselves. All right, so we'll just breathe in and connect to that light. And I'll just do a little light language, guys. It's a language of love. It supersedes words, and it's a frequency. And this is intended to help us to just transmute any lingering areas of victimhood, lack of self-love, lack of any little blockages that are preventing the light, the love from illuminating in our physical reality. We came here to experience our spiritual love in the physical, guys. The love and light that we are. We don't need to die to embody and to live the love that we are and the love that we were created in. We have come as one of those 144,000 frequency to bring forth that new earth, that time of peace and bliss, that time of heaven on earth through us. It's not going to just be given to us. It is through us and activating and allowing all of the light that we are. So we'll just breathe in. Karidika koradiki kara. Shoro to diratita. Tari kuro to kikarata uri niarata ka hiro shuri iarati kirata ari di kurata. Haritisiro purititi a korakia. Korea kia kora. Shoratisira tikari. Puritikari itari. We are releasing the limitations, the distortions of energies within our human mind. Toraya pai kanahia koreata. Haria shushukore tata hire tikireta. Pari ikoro dikari ira. Korashikara. Pushikirira. A lot of this inability to receive love, to allow love, to flow in love is to do in distortions, limitations, beliefs, thought forms that we're still holding within our mind. Kahi kuri kikikiarataka uretiti sirata paritiki koroteta hari shuratita siratita parikira. Transmuting any limited thoughts of what love is, what we are, what worth is, what self-worth is, what self-love is, what honoring ourself is, what placing us before on the temple, on a pedestal before all others is, honoring that higher love, dissipating, transmuting to all that was limiting our capacity to accept and to be, to allow the flow and to receive the love that we are. Shoo. Shoraya kahira kurata tahira tatahira tapa korariana sisara. Uniaka asa I ana shu. Arati toraria pariti kikarata kakatiri kikorati katatari kikorati katatari. Shoo. 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 Some blockages in the pineal or our third eye, or how we see and understand things. Lots of releasing and transmuting of energies that were preventing this from being open and seeing and clearing and feeling and healing appropriately. To honor your truth, to speak your truth, to speak all, to allow all. When we do not allow all parts of us to be spoken, to be expressed, we deny ourselves self-love. So expressing, they're saying also again, expressing the victim, expressing those denser energies, expressing what we consider failures, all of it, just expressing and allowing. It's through your acknowledgement of those feelings that you actually bring light to them. You are nothing but pure love and light. So when you bring forth those feelings of abandoning, loss, victim, repression, inhibition, When you bring your light to those feelings, those thoughts, you transmute them to the light that they truly are, that they were truly originated in, releasing the distortions, purifying the distortions to the light that they are in truth, which is love. All parts, integrating all parts of us, fragmented. Shukritikari, Shukuriyatari, Karetisira Purata Inaniana, Shukuriata Tahiri, Puririkira, Shuriya Hirakura, Shadasira Tukuria. Trusting in the love that you are, being guided by the love that you are, aligning to the love that you are, allowing the love that you are, putting yourself first. Putting yourself first means putting God first. In that light, in that love, you share that with all. Trusting in your worth, trusting in your courage, in your life, in your light. The guidance is within you. You hold the power. Nothing is outside of you. They're just clearing some sacral energy of times when we actually were birthed through the canal, when we were birthed into this physical being. Oh, I got my headphones. Any feelings where we did not receive the love, the affirmation of the love and the light of the child of love, the child of God, source energy that we are. When we were birthed into this physicality, they're healing all of those distortions. Koriyakari, koriyakari, shoo. And in that, we shoot, ground a new frequency into our physical experience. We shoot, clear family lineages, energies, based in felt safety. So taking all of this energy, integrating, allowing it, coming through, embodying us down into our physical experience on Mother Earth, on Gaia, one with Gaia. Shoo, 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 shoo. All right, guys, that was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Vidra. Thank you, Amy again. Thank you, Robin. You're here. Okay. I told you I would end you when Sherry Audi with Robin, Brenda. Yeah, it's time to end that cycle of disappointment, okay? Because the more we bring that into our awareness, think we're cursed, think that's all we've ever had, we're just going to keep repeating the cycle. So it's about going within and clearing that and just ending it and claiming your power now. Just claiming the Brenda, the love and light that you are now. Araceli, thank you for joining. And then the Kimmies, Bridget. I'm just shining your light. I like to go through your names and like give us a blast of your light, of your mastery. Okay. Araceli wants a card badly. Okay. Tino, Kim, while Tino's at the dentist. All right, guys. Lauren, taking a shower. Robin. All right, guys. All right, 2 quickies. I'm going to do Robin and Araceli because it sounds like you are in need. But as always, guys, watching now or later, anyone who wants personal readings, guidance, coaching, just to bring forth your higher self's guidance and to your awareness, a new perspective, just inbox me if anyone wants a reading. Personal. Okay, so, all right, let's just see real quick. Robin. All right, I'm going to do an angel and ancestors. Angels and ancestors for Robin. What does Spirit want to know? What are her angels and ancestors want to bring forth? Lightning. Number 30. So that's expressing yourself, obviously. That is bringing the power of 3 together. So the 3 represents that place of power, the mind, the body, and spirit working together. And when we come into our alignment and bring all of those areas into balance and integrated, not thinking our mind has to be separate from our heart. It's about integrating all of those aspects of yourselves into what you want, not just what the mind thinks is right, but also bringing the heart, allowing them to corroborate to bring forth the lightning. The lightning is that inspiration. That is that frequency of insight that you get when two ideas or two opposing forces merge. Lightning happens kind of out of nowhere. You don't know or can't predict where lightning strikes as well. So this is also just to me, for you, Robin, it's bringing forth, you're going to gain those lightning quick answers, that clarity, that flash unexpectedly. It's going to happen unexpected. So in the meantime, when we have a lightning storm, we just go about we just have to go about our business. We can't worry about walking from here to the car and get struck by lightning. So it's about going about its business in the best of our own alignment that we can, and knowing that we're going to gain that clarity when we don't focus too much on it as well. When we focus, okay, is the lightning going to hit there? Is it going to hit there? Or when you try to capture a picture of a good lightning storm, and then, oh, it's over there. So it's about also softening your focus, Robin, as well. I'm feeling softening your focus, and then that clarity and that lightning bolt is going to appear right when you need it, right when it's supposed to. So yeah, there's a message of softening the focus, because when we try to capture a lightning strike, it's really hard. We can't predict where it's going to hit. So to me, the lightning represents that synapse within you, that lightning, that clarity, that flash that you get of insight. And yeah, and then those blues, that is exactly it. You're going to be given the intuitive insights and guidance and visions that you need exactly when you need them. So there's just a message about relaxing and knowing it's going to be there when you need it. All right. Thank you, Robin. Quickie for Araceli. Araceli, what does Araceli need to hear? Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for all the beautiful light shining and bringing your awareness. Because when you're here, you're not just shining your light as Brenda, as Robin, as Araceli. You are also shining the light fractals from all the timelines, all the multidimensional you in this present moment of now to be activated or to just be working for us, holding space for us even. Completion. So Araceli, you are completing a cycle, I believe. There's a completion. There's something you're wrapping up. And with every completion, there's also a new beginning. So I'm feeling that if you are asking a question or looking for affirmation about something, you are definitely ending a cycle as well. And it's a snake, and snakes represent transformation. The snake is eating its own tail. I'm not quite sure what the significance of that is. To me, it's about emerging, I guess. To me, it's merging into a wholer aspect of yourself. Snakes can also represent temptation. So to me, if there's anything that you've been tempted to or questioning or asking if it's truth or if it's darkness or if it's light, to me, it's saying to allow all of those energy to merge into one. And then you can allow all to become whole and to create a portal, a new frequency, a new opening for this new beginning. So you might be questioning, are you supposed to be denying yourself of something? We don't ever deny anything, because in the denial, then we want it all the more. So it's about integrating all parts of us, the good, the bad, the victim, the hero, all of it. And to allow all is to create and integrate and create a team to create an opening for this new beginning. So for me, you're undergoing this huge transformational standpoint, as in energetically opening up through integration, through allowing all parts of yourself to work for you. And they're saying something also about snake skin. As a snake gets bigger, it lets its skin come off. So also there might be a message that you have outgrown something too and are ending a cycle in that way as well. And we got the 9 too, representing the ending, the completion, wrapping something out. And when something ends too, sometimes we wonder, oh, geez, I'm Crow, why does it have to end? I don't want it to end. But know that when something is ending, it's because you have actually extracted all of the energy and potential from that particular cycle, relationship, experience, job, career, and you never lose anything. You take everything that was useful into this new cycle as well, Araceli. And I like the way everything is just equal. It's like a compass. There's a compass, and we've got the north, south, east, and west, and they're all guided by the sun. So this is just saying to trust in yourself too. Trust in that heart. Trust in the portal of the heart. Allow that to be your guidance. And your just allow all, because all is you. When we don't allow something of us, then we become fragmented, and then we label, and then we create that whole idea of separation. So what you're doing is you're integrating into the whole and allowing all to work through you. And what we got in the very middle too is actually the heart illuminating and showing you the way. Thank you, Araceli. All right, guys. All right. Thank you so much. New beginning. Yes. Kundalini going through that portal. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. And as always, if anyone wants a private reading, private guidance, coaching, however you want to say it, just give me a read. Give me an inbox. I'm tired now, obviously. I'm straining now. So thank you, guys. May you all shine with the entirety, not just a little drop, but the entirety of all the love and light that you are.